Now, despite calling a national epidemic on measles in the Democratic Republic of Congo on June 10, reports say no vaccination program is yet in place in Bunia, the Ituri province to the northeast. About 87,000 suspected measles cases have been reported nationally to date this year, compared to 65,000 cases recorded over the whole of last year.
Medical charity Doctors Without Borders on Tuesday confirmed 1,500 deaths from measles had been recorded in the first 5 months of 2019, the highest since 2012, which was the deadliest measles epidemic of the last decade. Dr. John Katabuka, the head of the General Hospital in Bunia, says they have alerted MSF and the authorities of the urgency of getting the vaccine. He says 80% of the children in the hospital have measles, and most of them are from the newly arrived displaced families.
As everyone knows, measles is a serious disease with deadly consequences for the children who've been displaced and have just arrived. Being piled up in the camp means the level of contamination is very high. As they are close to the general hospital, we have to take care of them as we are the first health structure, and that's why 80% of the sick in pediatrics are the sick, displaced children with measles.
The pressure on Bunia is immense as thousands come to this large city for shelter, and authorities are struggling to monitor for cases of Ebola, as well as caring for patients with measles.
The government needs to do something so the women, the men and our children are vaccinated. We need this vaccine so we can feel at peace at least. We have fled our villages because there's no peace there. If we also lose peace of mind because of our children suffering because of measles, that is a really bad thing for us. We want the vaccine.
Poor conditions in overcrowded camps, recent cases of Ebola and renewed fighting is increasing the risk of disease spreading.
We
are asking the government to set up a new place for the displaced and also provide decent accommodation. We are far too concentrated here. We'll get different kinds of illness here since there is measles and Ebola. They need to separate us so we're not so concentrated like this. They need to do something fast, otherwise this will be serious. They need to just put us in small groups and separate the new and old arrivals so that we don't get contaminated by these diseases.
As well as recording its first case of Ebola in April, the upsurge of violence between the Hema herders and Lendu farmers killed at least 161 people in the past week. The United Nations High Commission for Refugees says that more than 300,000 people have fled inter-ethnic violence in northeastern DRC.